Hey guys, French here. Hopefully you're having a great day, not hot as mine is, it's hot as hell here. So, Bunny, I think that's my first video with her, which is, in a way, it's a bit of a shame, and in a way it's not. I think Bunny is becoming super cool right now. I think that she found her place in the game. People who play her understand, the developers understand too, that she is the speedrunner, in a sense. Not necessarily in a competitive setting, such as World Erosion or whatever, but when it comes to farming, she's right there. She's up here. She's faster than others now, which is really cool. Developers put her in a spot where I think she deserves to be there. So, Bunny was basically the first character to be super cool in the game. Everybody was playing her. Simple as that. Doesn't matter if you liked her or didn't like her for whatever reason, she was super cool at some point. And sadly she kind of fell off a bit, so good thing that the developer decided to put her speed at 1600, which is above everyone else. That's what I'm talking about. And now she's perfect. So I also decided to play the regular Ultimate Bunny skin, which I think looks great, by the way. Like, all of you guys can have it. I didn't buy a skin, I didn't show you guys something you can have, so I think there's something cool about the originality of playing the first skin too, which, by the way, is kind of badass in my opinion. Anyways, let's go with the build now. So, fast, cooldown, decent amount of power, critical hits, damage, critical hit rate, and obviously skill cost. So everything is here. Basically, I really like how this build has so many cool aspects about it. It's like many things are just coming into play together in a fun way. So Bunny is one of these characters who pretty much have room and potential with everything. Not the highest potential with anything, maybe, except for speed, right, which is one of the funniest things in the game. But she's up here when it comes to mixing a lot of things. So electric condens is what we're going to go with here, just because it's super cool. Like, it does somewhat of an explosion, but honestly sounds great, it looks great, and it's fun. So, and you can use it every 5 seconds, like after it's done, basically. Sometimes I can use it immediately, sometimes I have to wait 2 or 3 seconds. So being able to use your fourth ability, which becomes electric condens, is just spam it basically, is super cool. And it's obviously really powerful. You can do up to like 10 million damage in a mobbing setting. So yeah, okay. So skill cost, we have strong mentality, maximus conservation, a bit of range, which there is some more range in the Arche tuning, as you will see, and then critical hit damage, critical hit rate. We have skill insight, concentration, and front lines. I'm not sure about front lines. It's really a tricky pick. Here I might use instead emergency measures. It's really, I don't know, because if you would quit a lot, it would be nice to make sure that you quit as much as possible when triggering this. But at the same time, the skill that, well, let's say, hits enemies all the time, every second in this one, and it's nice to just have more power when it hits. So yeah, anyways. Also, yeah, cooldown, conversion, nimble fingers. So just screenshot that build, give it a shot. If you want to remove something here, I would say you could try to remove some, skill critical hit rate or skill critical hit power. That's what I would go with. I would say if you're leveling her up and you don't want to use every catalyst you have, because that's a total of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like 11 catalysts here. Okay, so that's a lot. I would understand if you don't want to use that much, but she's worth it. She's cool. If you're going to play her, you're going to farm with her, you can farm with her, I think, forever in the game. I think she will always have that fun spot of a speedrunner when it comes to mobbing. Now the rest of the build, we have a tingling singularity reactor. So singular skill power. I think you can also go with fusion. Okay, so singular is basically this. Okay, so this gets affected by reactor, but this is fusion and this is fusion. Your big bad damage to her. Okay, number 4. So you cannot go wrong with any kind of reactor, but I really like this reactor, and I also had a perfect mounting. I will tell you afterwards what this is about. If you don't know, this is very important. So here I went with a double set for the ascending armory. So ascending set. just to have the skill cost minus 6.5%. And also the HP that I get from this tool is fairly decent, okay, because I don't have any HP in my build here, which I think is okay with Bunny, but sometimes you get hit. You do get hit, it does happen. So skill cost to basically make sure that this ability right here pretty much stays up all the time. Well, basically this gives you your speed, okay? You get 1600 speed when this is activated, so having this last forever is quite important. Then the cooldown basically translates to higher damage because it lets you trigger this more often and 1 or 2 seconds earlier, but basically DPS, okay? So in a way, this looks nice. This is not about skill power, but to me it is in a way. Alright, so now let's go over the Arche tuning. So here I decided to go with critical hit damage, critical hit rate, to make sure that we hit the highest possible ceiling. Some extra range, which I think is important with Bunny. Some people put 2 range mods, but I don't think it's the best choice. I think going range here and having 1 range mod is a way to go. I will think so. Then we have some extra MP recovery modifier, which helps a little bit, I would say, with the build and the whole idea of keeping her number 2 ability up all the time. Cooldown, very important. That's my damage to some extent. And for the mutation cell, I went with electrocution vulnerability. Why this one? Simply because it works against the Colossus. It works against any enemy. Okay, some mutation cells you could be using here might be ineffective, not effective against the Colossus or in some specific levels. So it's good to have another one mutation cell that does something great in anything you're playing, So there we go. Other than that, just some damage, skill cost. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now okay, very important. More cooldown here. This makes basically my cooldown 0 seconds when it's up, okay? When I use my 4th ability, so very important, very cool. Extra MP here, just to keep it going, so you can play more Bunny without having to think about MP, having to think about anything. Just play your Bunny, dash everywhere, have fun, okay? And some extra speed. I will go over that a little bit, because there is some specificity to it. So here, just so you know, on my cores, as you can see, I have sprint speed X 17%. This is enough to reach the peak speed of Bunny when you use your number 2, okay, which is going to be almost all the time. But here is the thing, every single Bunny is going to think, okay, if it's enough to reach the peak speed when I'm using number 2, I will only use 1 core, and then I will go with a grapple for the 2nd core. Like I have 2 sprint speed cores here, which might not seem useful, but I really like to think that in case of I run out, in case of I'm switching between abilities, in case of I want to switch to another gun, I will still be the fastest guy in the lobby. That's what I want. That's why I have 2 cores here, honestly. There's no technical reason. I just want to be really fast, even if I'm not under number 2. Just in that case, I think Bunny has to be fast no matter what. Alright, so Blue Beetle, what it does, and that's really specific here, so pay attention closely to what I say. So every time you're using a fusion skill, it grants a unique ability arcane energy, okay? So trigger rate 100%. So when you use your number 1 or your number 4, which that's when the cooldown comes into play very much, you get a 100% trigger rate of having a critical hit rate up to 115%. This boosts your initial critical hit rate, okay? So I think on Bunny it's like 15% or something. So you get an extra 15%, not 115%, okay? So you get up to like 45, maybe 50% total critical hit rate with Bunny, which is a lot. 50% of, so that's my critical hit rate. Then, you can add the bonus from this gun there, so it goes up to 45% or something. Skill critical hit damage, as you can see, is pretty freaking high, 4.5 almost. Yeah. So that's it. So thank you for watching, guys. Have fun playing Bunny, just speedrunning R1, like destroying those mobbing missions. This time I decided to put 2 gameplays for you guys, just because I think 1 is not enough. I think it's being lazy a little bit. if content creator has a video that's around 8 minutes and has a like 1 or 2 minute gameplay, just never do it for the money. Little tip. So yeah, see you next time. Enjoy the gameplays. I always do my best in these. Yeah, like and subscribe for more. Bye bye. Oh yeah, more to come.
Arche to all personnel. Void storm is intensifying. Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed with caution. Over.
Arche life signs detected inside a vault structure.
Operation completed. Awaiting trans...